I wanted to give a little bit more guidance and feedback on your Surrealism sketchbook. This one is a 2-week sketchbook assignment. It requires some creativity and thinking. So I wanted you to get a little more time just to think about it and then to actually do it. So let's talk about what Surrealism is, and then we can talk about some different ways to do the assignment. So if we look at the example, like this one by Salvador Dali, there's elements of realism, but there's also things that couldn't really happen, right? So in surrealism, sometimes those things are kind of weird or bizarre. So for example, in this, we've got, this realistic scene, but then there's melting clocks in it, right? And a melting face, kind of weird or bizarre. And then we have, another example here that's almost kind of funny. We have this like statue and it has lasers, going through its eyes. And it looks like there's, comets flying through the air and this planet. And then we have all these little tiny people and then there's cars. So the ideas don't really go together, but they've put them together in a way that's kind of funny or humorous. And then, here's some other examples. Sometimes, surrealism can be kind of, fantasy-like or even beautiful in the way that the images are put together. So, for example, the clouds in the eye. We know that can't really happen, but it's not really bizarre. It's kind of more beautiful or interesting. Or the hand holding the small girl with the tree and the cloud with a thunderstorm. We know that those things can't really happen, but we're putting them together. All of these things could happen, but they couldn't happen in the way that we have them together. So that's the idea of surrealism. So there's lots of different ways to do that. So you can change the size relationship. So you can have something that's, really big versus something really small that doesn't really make sense. So for example, the hand holding the girl, we know that the hand probably shouldn't be bigger than the girl, right? That kind of makes it unreal. Sometimes we put an object in that doesn't make sense. So, when we looked at this outer space, with the statue and the laser beams, they don't really seem to make sense together. So it makes the whole thing look kind of weird or dreamlike, unexpected. Sometimes you can alter an object. So like in this example with the melting clocks, right? Clocks don't really melt. So that's something that we're not expecting. So you can, change things, alter them. So here's some different ways to do it. The first way would just be to draw it. You can draw yourself a surreal scene. One of the best ways to start is just thinking of a scene or a setting and then putting in some, either bizarre or, fantasy-like or just unreal elements to an everyday scene. The other thing you can do is you can merge images together digitally. So I'm going to show you guys Google Drawings in a second. Again, that's only one possibility. There's other ways to do it as well. Or if you want to go old school, you can cut out pictures and paste them together, which to me, that looks like how this one's been created, as just cutting out and almost like collaging together pictures. So you can choose the way that you would like to do it. And if you choose that you'd like to do it digitally, one tool that's really helpful is something called Google Drawings. It's just like Google Docs, it would save in your Google Drive and it saves automatically for you. But this is what it looks like. And it's pretty easy to use. So what you would be doing is inserting different images together. So if I go to image, I can go to search the web, or if I want to save them in advance, I can do that too. And I can search for images and put them into my image. So I'm going to do an outer space background and see what I come up with. Okay, this one's kind of cool. So I'm going to drag that over and make it fit my template there. I can always, come back in and crop it up here. I'm going to skip that for now. And then I can decide what I want to put in it. So once I have that background, my other images I want to be transparent so I don't have a white background around it. So let's say that I want a cow. Instead of just typing in cow, I'm going to put cow PNG, because then the pictures that come up are going to be see-through so I don't have a white background. So this one looks kind of fun. I'm going to go ahead and put the cow in outer space, which I know couldn't really happen, right? And because it's transparent, there's no white background, it just fits right in. Ooh, but you know what would be even neater? Why don't I put the cow on the moon? So I'm going to find a moon image and put that in. But what if, while I'm creating, I realize I want the order of them different? Maybe I want the moon behind the cow. So what I can do is a a 2-finger click, and I can go to order and send backward. And now it looks like the cow is standing on the moon. So this is kind of fun because sometimes we have all these creative ideas and we're not sure how to put them together or what we want to do with them. And Google Drawings allows us to do that. I'm going to put a comment in there too. So anyway, so there's lots of right ways to do this. I hope you find it kind of fun and, different. It should be fun. The goal is not, to stress yourself out about it. I want you to, come up with something creative, but, you should have fun while you're doing it. So I think I'm going to try clip art. There we go. Anyway, so if you have any questions about it, if you're an in-person learner, we're going to be spending a little bit of in-class time on this. But if you're a remote learner and, you have some questions, you're not quite sure if what you're doing makes sense, feel free to shoot me an email or hop into office hours. And this will be due in 2 weeks. So you've got 2 weeks to think about it. Once you're done with the Google Drawing, I forgot to say this, you would just go to File and then Download and then JPEG. And then it'll save as a picture file and you can upload it right to Classroom. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your Surrealism sketchbook assignments. Talk to you later.